was just leaked that Pokemon Generation 10 is going to take place in the Cyclades, which is in Greece, which is so awesome. So it's going to be an archipelago, which is just a bunch of different small islands pretty close to each other within the ocean. Now, I think this is good news for the future of Pokemon. And the reason why is because this is a Switch 2 Pokemon game. Apparently, the Switch 1 version is not happening anymore. The original Terra leak said that this was going to be a Switch 1 and 2 game. It doesn't look like that anymore. It looks like it's going to be a Switch 2 game. Now, I know that's controversial. I know some people hate that idea and some people really like it. I personally didn't like it at first, but the more I think about it, I'm like, you know what? That's not so bad. And hear me out. And I will be talking about every single point within this video of why I think it's a good thing. Future of Pokemon, I think, is going to be good. You know, the whole Switch era of Pokemon games has been pretty controversial. Some games being really good, some other games being extremely bad, or just, you know, received pretty poorly overall. Like Scarlet and Violet, pretty fun games. Like, the fun factor is there, but the lag and the glitches and the graphics, the animations and stuff, like, it's a whole issue. So I think that the next generation of Pokemon games, like on the Switch 2 console, is probably going to be a lot better because we're going to have enhanced graphics, better features, better animations. It's going to be a good thing for the series and franchise of Pokemon as a whole. So this game, hopefully, is going to have a pretty big map. Now, I think this could be one of the biggest Pokemon games ever on the Switch 2. Now, this is going to be the first Pokemon mainline game on the Switch. I guess you could technically count Legends ZA, but Legends ZA is having a Switch 1 and 2 version. You can kind of cancel it out right there because, you know, this game still has to fit on the Switch 1. But Generation 10, being a Switch 2 exclusive game, means that they could really expand and push the limits so much more than if this game was also on the Switch 1. I think that's probably why it's not going to be on the Switch 1 anymore, is because they want this to be a big Pokemon game. I think this map could be huge. Now, I hope it's not like too big, because if the map is, you know, too large, then it's just going to be kind of barren, I would assume. But I think this map is going to be really big, and I think it's going to be really fun to explore, especially since it's going to be an open world game. It's the first time we're going to have an open world Pokemon game with a bunch of different islands in the big ocean. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the water. A lot of people like too much water, but I think it's fine. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun. Think about the Alola region. That game had a couple of different islands, which were really, really cool, but open world Pokemon games weren't really a thing yet. Now, that game, you could like kind of debate in a way. It's a little bit open world, but it's overall, it's not, you know, open world. Of course, we have the Hoenn region, which is the other water region that a lot of people think of, which isn't open world, but those games are fantastic, so I think this game is going to be good. But we haven't gone back to an island with a bunch of water like this in a long time, so I'm excited to see how they actually pull it off on the Switch 2. And before we get to the rest of the video, I noticed a lot of you guys that regularly watch the channel aren't actually subscribed, so if you could do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications so you don't miss a video, and help reach my goal of 20,000 subscribers before the summertime. With your support, I know we could hit it. Just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. Shout out to the member of the week, Gyatzy. You are the GOAT. And make sure to check out my second channel, Fundora's Clips. On the grind on that channel. I'm trying to reach 300 subs. Anyways, back to the rest of the video. And now we're probably going to get more leaks as the months go on. I feel like there's a possibility we could get even more leaks about Generation 10 maybe within the next couple of weeks. But this is a pretty big one here, like the actual official location of where it's going to take place, which a lot of people already kind of assumed it was Greece. The Terra leak was kind of suggesting it was an archipelago within like Europe kind of area. So everyone just kind of came to the conclusion already that it was Greece, but it's just really cool to know exactly like specifically where it's taking place, and that it will be taking place in Greece. What's funny is apparently this was actually like teased in Scarlet and Violet. A lot of times, Pokemon or Game Freak, they have like little hints as to where the next generation is going to take place, which is funny. So this picture right here, the vase is like the flag of Greece, and then I guess the picture could be Greece. I mean, the picture's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is, but it could be a hint. It most likely is a little hint, which is really funny. It's just cool to see like how Game Freak plans out their games. So like, I'm sure they have ideas or probably even official plans of like where Generation 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 are taking place. I'm sure they have to plan stuff like really ahead of schedule, and I just can't wait to see where the rest of the Pokemon series goes with all the other upcoming generations in different regions. Like, it's going to be super cool. I personally would love to see an Australian region. I think Australia would be so awesome. It's so diverse. Also, Italy would be such an awesome and amazing Pokemon game to have a region based in. I'm just most hyped about the graphics and the animations and the exploration, because I think that the exploration for a game like this is going to be super cool. And now that it has like a big area with water, I think that's going to open up the gates to so many different things. Like, I really think dive is going to come back and we can actually dive underwater. I think there will be probably like underwater caves and like abysses, or just like things underwater like treasure, you know, specific Pokemon you can only get underwater. I would love to see like pirate ships and stuff, or like statues from like Greek mythology. Would be really cool to like explore underwater, or even like an underwater town. You know what I mean? That would be so awesome to see within this game, especially just since it's open world, so there could be so many different things. And now this game is also apparently going to have floating islands, which I think you could do the exact same thing with the floating islands, which I've said this a million times, I know, but I would love to see a flying type evolution where we could fly from island to island, or even like a dragon type evolution that we could, you know, use to fly around islands. And the islands could each have their own theme, or maybe like different Greek mythological theme on each island that are floating. And now that this is a new generation, there is going to be a new evolution gimmick, which every single brand new generation brings some sort of new gimmick ever since Generation 6, right? I think it would be cool if this game, you know, since it's the first double-digit Pokemon game, it's Generation 10. Also, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon is probably going to be the same year, so that would be super cool to see. It's going to be a big game. I would love if we could get a brand new evolution gimmick as well as every other evolution gimmick. So my idea is this map is going to be full of a bunch of different islands. It's going to be super interesting, which also another thing, Pokemon and Game Freak have been really stepping out of the box, I feel like, with their kind of ideas for the maps and just the games as a whole. So this is also the first time we're going to get a Pokemon game where it's like a bunch of islands. Even though we've had Pokemon games with islands and stuff, like this is a bunch of small islands, which is super cool. But anyways, I think it'd be really awesome if all of these small islands could each have their own evolution gimmick. Like one island could have Mega Evolution, the other island could have Gigantamax, one island could have Terrestrialization, you know, one island would have Z moves or something like that. I think this would be really cool to bring back every single evolution gimmick that we've ever had, just like paying homage, because this is the 10th generation, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, the new generation of Pokemon games, which I think is just so awesome. And now this would be the perfect excuse to bring back all the evolution gimmicks in one game, especially having a brand new evolution gimmick. And now you may think like I'm being a little too optimistic, which is probably true. The game probably won't deliver everything that people want, of course, but I don't know. I really just think that because of the last couple of years of Pokemon, all the complaints that they've been getting and, you know, low reviews and stuff, and backlash because of the animations and the graphics and the lag and the glitches, I really do think that they're going to create something super good and cool and unique with this game. At least that's my hope, especially since they are not going to release it on the Switch 1 anymore. It would be a smart move as well, because if this game is so good, think about it. People are going to be buying the Switch 2 just to play this game. And now, I know that a lot of people won't be able to get a Switch 2, but by the time this game comes out, the Switch 2 is going to be about a year and a half old. So hopefully a lot of people, like a majority of people, are probably going to be able to purchase a Switch 2 console by then. Even though the console is expensive, I do think it's doable to save up enough money within a year and a half to be able to play Generation 10. And even with that, you know, Pokemon games typically release a couple of months before Christmas, so a lot of people probably will be getting the Switch 2 plus this game for Christmas of 2026, which, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you think the future of Pokemon is bright? Because I really am looking forward to the Switch 2 era of Pokemon. I still don't have a Switch 2 pre-ordered yet, though. I can't get one on Walmart or Target, but I did like register through Nintendo.com. So I think on May 8th, they're going to be sending out emails for like all the people that kind of registered. And I don't know if it's a guarantee if I'll get an email, but I really do hope so, because I'd like to do an unboxing video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, let me know your thoughts about Generation 10. What are your ideas for Generation 10? And if you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below steak to let me know that you're watching this far in the video. Alright, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.